Because of social media, the public has been exposed to a lot of terminology about emotional and mental wellness. And as a life coach and counselor for many years with women, I finally discovered that everything is not about trauma. And everything is not about someone being toxic, and everything is not about someone being triggered. Some things are just uncomfortable to hear, to believe, or to experience. And some things are just called growth. And sometimes the inner child in people are just having a tantrum. I'm not speaking from theory. This is insight that has come from my years as a life coach and emotional wellness coach. I have sat with women in real pain, real trauma, real nervous system wounds. So I don't say this lightly. Real trauma is real, period. I mean, the sexual abuse, death, trauma, it does impact the body and the brain, and it deserves care, compassion, and proper support. But everything that stretches you and causes you to grow is not trauma. Sometimes it's accountability, just kind of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, look again, get a different perspective. Everybody who disagrees with you is not gaslighting you. And everybody who challenges you is not attacking you. And every time you feel irritated, it does not require a healing retreat, or you got to get out some sage, or you got to, just withdraw. No, healing does not mean the world must tiptoe around your unhealed places. It means it's time for you to learn to regulate yourself and tell the truth about yourself and grow your emotional capacity, your bandwidth to endure and to adapt to life's curves. You are allowed to feel your feelings. Yeah, you really are. But you're also responsible for how you manage them, and that's where I come in. If every hard conversation feels like abuse, if every boundary feels like rejection, and if every inconvenient experience feels like a trigger, it might not be trauma. It might be growth asking you to mature. And that is not shame. I'm not trying to shame anybody. This is what empowerment is all about. When you stop labeling every discomfort as damage, that's when you begin to learn to adapt and to be resilient. You gain discernment. You gain strength. Healing is not about being fragile. It's about being honest and grounded and grown. And yes, your peace depends on your willingness to take accountability to do some emotional house cleaning. Now, if this message has stirred up something in you, sit with it a minute. Sit with it a minute. Ask yourself, where have you been avoiding growth by calling it trauma? Who have you labeled toxic? What have you been calling triggers because you're uncomfortable? Because I tell you, the awareness is the first act of healing. And I tell people all the time, sometimes when we tell the truth to ourselves, it pisses you off. It makes you angry at yourself. And then you say, okay, wait a minute. That stung. That hurt. Because now you're not numbing it. You're aware. And that's the first act of healing. So let me offer you an affirmation, something you could tell yourself, or maybe you could just write this down. I take responsibility for my healing without shame. I honor my emotions and I manage them with wisdom. I am growing my capacity to not be fragile. I choose accountability because I choose peace. Now, my friend, if you are ready to do some shadow work with some support, I'm here. As a life coach and emotional wellness coach, I help women build resilience so they can adapt, not cope, but adapt, so they can learn what emotional regulation is and build their confidence without judgment or hype. So reach out to me. Yeah, my information is connected with this message, and I welcome your email or your text. Visit my website. You don't have to do this alone. This is Jewel Diamond Taylor.
You are creator. Oh, oh, oh. write your story when the way is not clear. You are beautiful and blessed, and can you see? There is royal blood running deep and free. So when the weight of the world starts pulling you in, tell your